Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine Avatara Varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. I offer my humble pranams to the Lord. Revered Bodhamayanandaji Maharaj and all the other sadhus and brahmacharis, please accept my Sastanga pranams and my heartfelt namaskaram to all the devotees gathered here. We sing bhajans, we praise the Lord. We have 330 million gods and goddesses of our Hindu pantheon. God is one, Nirakar Nirguna Parabrahma. But He comes down to our level, taking different forms and different guna qualities to suit our need. Because we human beings have so many different types of tastes and likings, and we are at different stages of evolution. So all the gods and goddesses we see in our Hindu pantheon, they are the manifestation of that one Parabrahma Swarupa. There are not many gods, but it is one God appearing to us as many for our needs. They keep in front of us the ideal, Adarsha, the qualities, so that we can follow that wonderful Adarsha or quality, inculcate that into our personality and manifest that quality in us, whereby we can manifest that Paripurna Parabrahma which is already within us. And what is that Adarsha which Lord Ganesha stands for? We have to remember Ganesha, Pratama Pujita. Ramakrishna tells that he is the Adarsha for Matru Bhakti. Why is he Pratama Pujaka? Why is he worshipped in the beginning? He had so much of Shraddha, faith in his mother's words. He loved his mother Parvati so much. Just one word from her, as Sri Ramakrishna tells, when baby Ganesha or young child Ganesha hurt the she-cat, all that wounds and bruises appeared on the face and body person of Divine Mother Parvati or Durga. When Ganesha surprisingly asked who caused that pain and bruises on her body, Mother Durga had told it is he himself, Ganesha. Then she had mentioned, know from today, in all the female beings I exist, Divine Mother. In all the male beings, your father Shiva exists. Ganesha, with so much of faith, he started practicing that. So that's why that filial attitude, seeing Divine Mother in all the female beings, Ramakrishna used to tell, I maintained, that is Ramakrishna maintained all through his life, that Adarsha of Ganapati, filial attitude, seeing mother, his own mother, the Divine Mother in all the female beings. So Ganesha stands for that Matru Bhakti. Now we shall sing the praise of Lord Ganesha, who has given that wonderful ideal, and he is the Pratama Pujaka. Ramakrishna himself extols him that he was not given just boons because his head was cut off and to please Mother Parvati. He really deserves the Pratama Pujana. We shall praise that Lord and inculcate that wonderful quality of seeing the Divine Mother in all the female beings, Let us sing a beautiful praise of Lord Ganesha. Vighna Vinashaka Gananatha. Please repeat this song after me. Vighna Vinashaka Gananatha, Vighna Vinashaka Gananatha, Gajanana He Gajavadana, Gajanana He Gajavadana. Vighna Vinashaka Gananatha, Vighna Vinashaka Gananatha, Gajanana He Gajavadana, Gajanana He Gajavadana. Gananatha He Gananatha, Gananatha He Gananatha, Gananatha He Gananatha, Gananatha He Gananatha. Vidyadayaka Gananatha, Vidyadayaka Gananatha, Gananatha He Gananatha, Gananatha He Gananatha. Vidyadayaka Gananatha, Vidyadayaka Gananatha. Girijanandana Gananatha, Girijanandana Gananatha, Gajanana He Gajavadana, Gajanana He Gajavadana, Gajanana He Gajavadana, Gajanana He Gajavadana. Vighna Vinashaka Gananatha, Vighna Vinashaka Gananatha, Vighna Vinashaka Gananatha, Vighna Vinashaka Gananatha, Gajanana He Gajavadana, Gajanana He Gajavadana, Gajanana He Gajavadana, Gajanana He Gajavadana. Gananatha He Gananatha, Gananatha He Gananatha, Gananatha He Gananatha, Gananatha, Gananatha. Vidyadayaka Gananatha, Vidyadayaka Gananatha, Gananatha He Gananatha, Gananatha He Gananatha, Vidyadayaka Gananatha, Vidyadayaka Gananatha. गिरिजानन्दना गणनाथा गिरिजानन्दना गणनाथा गजानना हे गजवदना गजानना हे गजवदना गजानना हे गजवदना गजानना हे गजवदना. After we remember Ganesha, we generally remember Mother Saraswati. As we have known, we should know what are the ideals they represent so that we can inculcate those ideals into our personality and be benefited. So, Divine Mother Saraswati, what does she represent? We all know that Divine Mother Saraswati is having a japamala in one hand, book in another hand, pustaka, veena in another hand. Representing that, if we have to do the worship of Mother Saraswati, it's not just by offering some flowers and arati. As most revered Ranganathanandaji Maharaj used to tell, the worship of Mother Saraswati is not just offering flowers at her feet, that is also one aspect of it, but the real worship of Mother Saraswati consists in gaining more knowledge. She represents an ideal for the students or anybody at any stage of life, whoever wants to gain knowledge and wisdom. The book in one of the hand represents the worldly knowledge, Anna Vidya, breadwinning knowledge like science, arts, and so many other different forms of knowledge, gaining which newer and newer knowledge, Divine Mother will be pleased. Then you see that she is having the veena in her hand, playing that veena. It represents Lalita Kala, fine arts, music in any form, arts, painting, whatever it might be, fine arts. If you become expert, if you gain knowledge, that is the real worship of Mother Saraswati. That is the ideal she gives us. Then we have the Japamala in her another hand, which represents gaining of spiritual knowledge. So that Japamala represents the spiritual knowledge. The more spiritual knowledge you gain, the more spiritual wisdom you gain through sadhana, tapasya. That is the real worship of Mother Saraswati. So when we know, we just go to the temple, we do pradakshina, we eat prasadam, and then come back. We don't go to understand what is the ideal. There are so many deities, so many temples. You may be knowing they will be having so many hands, so many weapons, so many different things in their hands. They're all different permutation and combinations. They're all representing different qualities which we have to get from that deity. We don't see that at all. We go to Kanyakumari, we see only the nose ring, golden and diamond nose ring, the ornaments, and we forget everything. We don't need what is the Mahatmyam, what is that deity representing. As a small girl, Kanyakumari, she did so much of tapasya to get Lord Shiva. We forget all those things. We go just to see the ornaments and other things. So these are all the things in Hinduism which we have to learn. All these deities, all these gods and goddesses, they represent different qualities, different guna, which we have to inculcate when we worship. If we are votaries, if we are devotees of particular deities, any gods or goddesses, it is not just offering some flower and doing some rituals of puja agarbatti, that is preliminary worship. The real worship consists in getting those wonderful quality in our life. If you tell you are a devotee of Ganapati, you worship Ganapati, but if you don't respect your mother, if you send away your mother and father to the old age home, then you are not fit to be called the devotee of Ganapati. Likewise, as I told you, all our gods and goddesses represent some particular character, guna, adarsha, which we have to inculcate in our life. That is what it is made clear by the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna, the teachings of Swami Vivekananda, the life of Mother Sharda Devi. We get all those things, otherwise it was confusion and confusion. What to follow, which to go after. But after the advent of Sri Ramakrishna, after the teachings of Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna Bhavadara, all our confusions are cleared. Now we have come to know what is real Saraswati Puja. Keeping that in mind, we shall hear this wonderful song on Mother Saraswati. I am going to sing it alone. Please enjoy singing, hearing that beautiful song. I am going to sing it for you and Mother Saraswati. So please hear that wonderful song on Mother Saraswati and meditate on the divine qualities which we have to get from that mother. Jagadambe Bhagavati Mayuravahini Trailokyapalini Vishwavinodini Jagadambe Bhagavati Jagadambe Bhagavati Jagadambe Bhagavati Mayuravahini Mayuravahini Trailokyapalini Vishwavinodini Trailokyapalini Vishwavinodini Jagadambe Bhagavati Vani Vilan Vani Bhavani Kalyani Varade Girvani Brahmani Veenadhare Vani Bhavani Kalyani Varade Girvani Brahmani Veenadhare Sharade शारदे 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 इंदुवदने कुंदरदने मंदगामिनी इंदुवदने कुंदरदने मंदगामिनी आनंद भूत्व रक्ष रक्ष देवी सरस्वती इंदुवदने कुंदरदने मंदगामिनी आनंद भूत्व रक्ष रक्ष देवी सरस्वती चंद्र किरण कोटि विराजराजिते चंद्र किरण कोटि विराजराजिते 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 जगदम्बे भगवती जगदम्बे भगवती मयूरवाहिनी त्रैलोक्यपालिनी विश्वविनोदिनी त्रैलोक्यपालिनी विश्वविनोदिनी जगदम्बे भगवती वाणी भवानी कल्याणी वरदे गीर्वाणी ब्रह्माणी वीणाधरे शारदे 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 भूमंडलादिनायिके ब्रह्मादिपूजिते भूमंडलादिनायिके ब्रह्मादिपूजिते घोरपाप अंधकारनाशिनि अंबिके घोरपाप अंधकारनाशिनि अंबिके भूमंडलादिनायिके ब्रह्मादिपूजिते भूमंडलादिनायिके ब्रह्मादिपूजिते घोरपाप अंधकारनाशिनि अंबिके घोरपाप अंधकारनाशिनि अंबिके भक्तपालिनी मुक्तिप्रदायिनी भक्तपालिनी मुक्तिप्रदायिनी ज्ञान भक्ति प्रयच्छ पालय मां सरस्वती ज्ञान भक्ति प्रयच्छ पालय मां सरस्वती 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 जगदम्बे भगवती जगदम्बे भगवती मयूरवाहिनी त्रैलोक्यपालिनी विश्वविनोदिनी त्रैलोक्यपालिनी विश्वविनोदिनी जगदम्बे भगवती वाणी भवानी कल्याणी वरदे गीर्वाणी ब्रह्माणी वीणाधरे शारदे 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 Recently, after attending the Heads Conference in Belur Mutt, I had gone to the pilgrimage of Gaya, Gadadhara Vishnu. I went to the temple. I saw the Vishnu Pada, where Gayasura was an asura who was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. He did so much of penance and Vishnu was pleased. And when asked to have a boon from Lord Vishnu, he told the Lord should stay there in Gaya, that place, and he should give mukti or liberation to the people whose last rites are performed there. Even now, if you go, you can see 1 feet of Lord Vishnu there, and it is worshipped. When you go a little away from that, there is this Gadadhara Vishnu temple, where the father of Sri Ramakrishna had the vision that Gadadhara Vishnu was asking Kshudirama Chattopadhyaya, I want to be born as your son. I had been to that temple too. And as a result, we see Ramakrishna was born in Kamarpukur as the son of Kshudirama Chattopadhyaya. Because of the memory of Gaya Vishnu, he was named as Gadadhara. Then sweetly, fondly, he was called as Gadai. Now we call Ramakrishna, the Kali Yuga Avatara, as the Sarva Deva Devi Swarupa. How are we to understand that? Just now, as I told you, different deities, different gods and goddesses in our Hindu pantheon, they represent different adarsha, guna, qualities. And in that brief life of Sri Ramakrishna, from his childhood up to his Mahasamadhi, he manifested all the qualities. Just now, as I told you, all through his life, he manifested the filial attitude, the adarsha of Ganapati, the adarsha of Krishna, the adarsha of Rama, the adarsha of every gods and goddesses. Because this avatara Sri Ramakrishna manifested all the guna, all the adarshas from the beginning up to the end in his life. We call him Sarvadeva Devi Swarupa. It is not that he is greater than all gods or goddesses, the other gods are low or something like that. No, it is one God. How can it be great, or which God can be great, which God can be less? It is just one God manifesting in different form. But as Ramakrishna Avatara, he manifested all these ideals of the gunas, the qualities represented by different deities. Because of that, he is called Sarvadeva Devi Swarupa. Let us now sing one Namavali in praise of this Sri Ramakrishna. I am going to teach you this very short Namavali. It is beautiful and sweet. You can repeat this Namavali after me. Gadhadhara Bhakta Paripala. Please sing. Gadhadhara Bhakta Paripala. Shri Ramakrishna Gurudeva. Shri Ramakrishna Gurudeva. Gadhadhara Bhakta Paripala. Gadhadhara Bhakta Paripala. Shri Ramakrishna Gurudeva. Shri Ramakrishna Gurudeva. Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Ramakrishna Hare Hare Ramakrishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Ramakrishna Hare Hare Ramakrishna Hare Hare Gadhadhara Bhakta Paripala. Gadhadhara Bhakta Paripala. Gadhadhara Bhakta Paripala. Gadhadhara Bhakta Paripala. Shri Ramakrishna Gurudeva. Shri Ramakrishna Gurudeva. Shri Ramakrishna Gurudeva. Shri Ramakrishna Gurudeva. Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Ramakrishna Hare Hare Ramakrishna Hare Hare Gadhadhara Bhakta Paripala. Gadhadhara Bhakta Paripala. Gadhadhara Bhakta Paripala. Gadhadhara Bhakta Paripala. Shri Ramakrishna Gurudeva. Shri Ramakrishna Gurudeva. Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Ramakrishna Hare Hare 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 Ramakrishna Hare Hare. Sri Ramakrishna not only made his own personality, his own body as a laboratory. Like a scientist, he experimented all these ideals, all the paths from the beginning of the humanity. Whatever spiritual paths are there, he experimented everything and reached that one same goal. So, after that, he has given us wonderful teachings based on those experiences. All those ideals were practiced by him in his own life. And then, to the conclusion, there are so many things he has given us. But one of them, which is very helpful for all of us, which I liked very much, because there are thousands of such things which Sri Ramakrishna has told in the Gospel, but which I liked very much and which is very, very useful for us. Let me tell one of the secrets which Sri Ramakrishna has given in spiritual life. And what is that wonderful secret which Sri Ramakrishna has given? He tells, when you go to God, you should not have any fear. You should be very loving and you should be very close to God. Never have any fear towards God. If you have fear, you cannot go near God. It's not bhaya. It should be bhakti. It should be love. Out of that wonderful closeness, we have to approach the Lord. There should be no fear at all. Let us cite one example. There were some Sikh devotees, Sardarjis, who used to come to Sri Ramakrishna. While one of the leader of that group, he was telling, "Oh, God is so kind, so compassionate." Then Ramakrishna asked them, why do you call God as compassionate? Then that person told, see, God has created this earth, then the rain, the crops and the food and the nature, beautiful stars, sun, moon, everything is created. So he's very kind. Then Sri Ramakrishna asked him, what is so great in that? What is so great in that? How can you call him compassionate? Then the Sikh devotee was a little confused. He asked Ramakrishna, then is not God compassionate? Ramakrishna, who told you that he is not compassionate? I never told that he is not compassionate. But why do you call in that way? Okay, let me tell you. Suppose father and mother, they have children. Now looking after the children is the bounden duty of the father and mother. Is it called kindness or compassionate thing about father and mother looking after the child? And not only that, it is the bounden right of the child to demand anything what he wants from the father and mother. Then Ramakrishna also tells, do you think that after giving birth to the child, somebody from the other lane or somebody from the other village should come and look after those children? It's the father and mother who have to look after the children. Likewise, God has given birth to you. Now He is your father and mother. You have to feel so close to Him that He should look after you. It is His duty and it is your right. You can force your demands upon God. So this is the secret which Sri Ramakrishna has given out. We never think in that fashion. But Ramakrishna has told all those things. It doesn't appeal to us at this state of our level of our evolution. But if we understand that and approach God without any fear, it's so wonderful. Then you can demand your rights. Ramakrishna gives there another example to those 6 devotees. Suppose there is a child which is a minor. This child is just maybe 10 years or 12 years or 15 years of age. The father and mother are very rich. Now, the child asks, I want the property, I want the money, the share of my property. Now the father and mother tell, when you become a major, when you cross your 18th, automatically all this Pitrarjita Asti or the Pitrarjita property will come to you. Why are you feeling it so urgent to get it? No, I want it, I want my money, I want my property, I want my share. Now since the father is not giving, he went to the court. So he went to the court and asked, I want that property. Now the father knows definitely he is going to lose the legal case because he is a minor. The court will never side him. But the father thinks, oh, why should I fight with my son? Let me give away the property. One or the other day I have to give him. But let me give him now itself. So he gives it away. So now, citing this example, Sri Ramakrishna tells, God is our father and mother. The spiritual property, the consciousness which we are, the God realization, even though we are not prepared for that, You have not done enough sadhana to get that realization. Now Ramakrishna tells, force your demand on God. Tell that I want God realization. I want you, I want your vision. God may tell, no, you cannot, you are not in a state to get that. But force your demand. And if you force and cry and demand, He has to give you. No other go. Ramakrishna gives this wonderful example and he explains. So always approach God without any fear. He is your own. He is your father. He is more than your father. He is more than your mother. He is more nearer to even your body, mind and ego. He is the nearest. So approach God in this fashion. That is what Sri Ramakrishna has taught us. So after coming to ashrama, if we don't get these things, and if we are still in the old method of having fear of God, not approaching, all that thing should be within. It should not to show off outside. It's a pure relationship within our heart, not to show off to the outer world. Nobody should know what is my relation with the God. Antaranga. So the Lord should be worshipped in the heart. Have this wonderful relationship with God. Now, I had heard a story. One devotee, a great Sanskrit poet, he composes a beautiful poetry on Lord Shiva. And what is he telling Lord Shiva? See how close and how beautiful his approach is. He tells Lord Shiva, "O Shiva," in this poetry he is composing, "where are you sitting, O Shiva? You are sitting in the Himalayas. It's always ice and ice everywhere in the Himalaya. Name itself is Hima. Then, what is there on your head? Bhagirathi, Ganga, which flows from the Himalayas. Again, it is cold. You are sitting on the mountains, the Himalayas, which is very cold. On the top of your head is again the cold Ganga water. See, when as small children we used to drench in the rain and get wet and come to the house, immediately what our mothers used to do, catch hold of us, take a towel and wipe our head because you will get cold. Now Shiva is having that cold water Ganga on his head always. So, will you not get cold? You are sitting on the ice. Will you not get cold? Shita, Jwara. Then, who is sitting by your side? Parvati. Why does he get the name Parvati? Parvata Rajakumara's daughter. Girija. Giri means mountain. What kind of mountain? Himalayas. So, the daughter of mountain, Himalaya. So, daughter of Himalaya mountain is also cold. She is sitting by your side. She is also very cold. Parvati. Then what about the ornaments you have on your body? It's snakes. Has anybody touched the snake? The underbelly of the snake is very cold, it seems. They tell in our Sanskrit literature it is there. The underbelly of the snake is very cold. So you have snake all on your body and it is cold and cold and cold. You will definitely catch cold and cough. So what to do, O Lord Shiva? You will have cold. So I have a remedy. What is that remedy? We will have a symbiotic relationship. Symbiosis means you will be benefited, I will be also benefited with that relationship. So both of us will have a symbiotic relationship. And what is that? O Lord Shiva, living in this world, so much of pain, so much of worry, so much of problems in this world. My head has become too hot. The whole of my head and heart has become too hot and hot everywhere. You have problem of cold, I have the problem of heat. You come and sit in my heart, your cold will be mine, my heat will be yours. So what a wonderful poetry. So he doesn't have fear to the Lord. It's such a beautiful approach. That's what Sri Ramakrishna tells. Never fear God. Should always approach God. He's your own father and mother. He's your own. So you should be so close to Him. You can force your demand. Now when we heard that wonderful quality of Lord Shiva, having the snakes, having that scorpions, having that hobgoblins, having those bhuta, preta around him. What does he represent? What is the ideal he represents, Lord Shiva? He represents that, see, snakes, if it comes to your house, what will you do? The first thing, you will take a stick and beat it and kill it or put it out, call the people, police. If you get a scorpion, you will kill it. If any bhuta comes to your house, preta, hobgoblin, what will you do? You will bring a exorcist and remove it out. But everywhere you see, he has given shelter to the snakes on his own body. The scorpions are there. the bhutas are around him. So what does that represent? All those which we chase away, which we don't want, the Lord has given shelter. If he can give shelter to bhuta, preta, poisonous snakes, will he not give shelter to us, the good people? Definitely he has a place in his heart to us. So that's what Shiva is represent. Don't worry. Whatever you might do, whatever you might be, sinners or anything, everybody has place at my feet. So Shiva is representing a wonderful ideal, you see. So many beautiful ideals our gods represent. We don't see it, we run away here and there when they are showing wonderful ideal. Shiva represent that Nivritti Marga, Pravritti Vishnu. Nivritti, that's why you see he is Abhisheka Priya. You go to Shiva temple, always it will be not so beautiful, no decoration, very bats and other things will be there, little bit dirty and other things. Shiva temple, it will be always smelling. Abhisheka Priya, poor. He has place only for the poor and the downtrodden Shiva. He is Nivritti Marga, Gnana Marga, logical bent of mind. Then what is Vishnu? Abharana, everywhere glittering gold, Lakshmi. So it's Alankara Priya, Vishnu. So they are representing different ideals. Shiva represent that Nivritti Marga ideal. Vishnu represent that Pravritti Marga. So you can see what are our deities representing. So we have that Paripurna Parabrahma. We have this Nivritti Marga, Parivritti Marga, both in us. So if you develop that Shiva nature, that is logical bent of mind, rational bent of mind, that is Shiva quality. Emotional bent of mind, Vishnu quality. These are all Vishnutva, Shivatva. So both of that is there in us. We are Paripurna Parabrahma. If you have to manifest both, see, you know that our Swami Vivekananda is Shiva Avatara. Ramakrishna used to tell. What is that Shiva Avatara? Shivamsha Sambhuta. He has that logical bent of mind, scientific orientation. You see everything, that is that. Ramakrishna, Vishnu Avatara, emotional bent of mind. But is not Shiva there? He is there. It is covered up. So Ramakrishna used to tell, I am Vishnu outside or devotion outside, Shiva inside, Gnana inside. The reverse was Vivekananda. So you can see that when anybody used to approach Ramakrishna, he used to mentally offer them Bilvapatra. And if he accept it, he could know he is Shivamsha Sambhuta, logical bent of mind, Gnana Margin. So what is to be developed there? The Vishnu Amsha is to be developed. So he used to give the Ishtadevata something else. And if he doesn't accept Bilva, that means he used to give mentally Tulasi. Then if he accepts this, is Vishnu Amsha Sambhuta. Now you know, Vivekananda, he used to tell is Shivamsha Sambhuta, but what is the mantra given to Vivekananda? Do you know? Have you read in the life? It was a Rama mantra. So that Vishnu has to be manifested there. Then only he will become Paripurna Parabrahma. That is spiritual life. That is what the Guru gave us. Now, Shiva represent that wonderful ideal. We will now hear the song of Lord Shiva, meditate on that wonderful ideal of Lord Shiva by hearing this wonderful song on Lord Shiva. डमरु डमरु ध्वनिनादम् ॐ dhamaru dhvaninadam. Om dhamaru dhvaninadam. Kailasanama prabhavam. Kailasanama prabhavam. Kailasanama prabhavam. Dhamaru dhvaninadam. Om dhamaru dhvaninadam. Kailasanama prabhavam. Parameshwara Parameshwara nama prabhavam. Parameshwara nama prabhavam. Dhamaru dhvaninadam. Om dhamaru dhvaninadam. Vinodam. Dhim dhim nada vinodam. Shiva Tandava Nartana Lolam. Shiva Tandava Nritya Vilolam. Shiva Tandava Nartana Lolam. Parameshwara nama prabhavam. Dhamaru dhvaninadam. Om dhamaru dhvaninadam. Dhamaru dhvaninadam. Om dhamaru dhvaninadam. Dhamaru dhvaninadam. Om dhamaru dhvaninadam. Dhim dhim nada vinodam. Dhim dhim nada vinodam. Shiva Tandava Nartana Lolam. Shiva Tandava Nritya Vilolam. Parameshwara nama prabhavam. Dhamaru dhvaninadam. Om 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 dhamaru dhvaninadam. Lastly, I will teach you one song on Lord Krishna. Before that, as we were telling, what does Rama represent? You know that Ramayana, the path trodden by Rama. Our scriptures tell you should always follow the footsteps of Ramachandra. But can you follow the footsteps of Krishna? No. You have to always follow the teachings of Krishna. That is how scriptures always tell. Rama, he has given very less teaching. It is all, he has practiced everything. You have to follow Rama. You have to always follow the teachings of Lord Krishna. You know, the present day youth always they are questioning and they are also adamantine, a little egoistic sometimes. He didn't want to follow the teaching of this. The Harikatha Dasa was telling about this, that you should always follow Rama and you should always follow the teachings of Krishna. But he told, no, I am not going to follow Rama. It's very difficult. You have to go to the forest. You have to hear the words of the parents. No, I don't want that. then what will you do? I will follow Krishna. What? He stole butter when he was child. Then how many times did he marry? So that's very easy. So I'm going to follow that and do the reverse. Now the Harikatha Das was in trouble. What shall I tell him now? How to answer him now? So suddenly the Lord gave him something from within. He told, okay, you can do that. You can follow, you can, the path trodden by Krishna. You can follow the footsteps of Krishna, but you have to follow everything. You should not give up. Oh, very easy, I will do that. Stealing butter, that and this. No. As a child, he took the poison of Putana. So you drink poison. If you are alive after that, then you can follow all those things. Then he stopped whatever he told that and he went away from that place. So here, again, the Lord has given that wonderful teaching, Lord Krishna, the Bhagavad Gita. As Ramakrishna used to tell, you repeat that 10 times, it becomes Tyagi, Gita, Gita, Gita. So, Krishna stands for Tyagi. See, have you seen, did he become a king anytime, Krishna? Never. He was a king maker. He used to vanquish all the bad people, but he used to put somebody, an able person as a king. He never became a king. He never participated in the war. Tyagi, Tyaga. The whole of essence of Bhagavad Gita, Ramakrishna tells, is Tyaga. So now, I will teach one Namavali of Lord Krishna. That will be the last one. We shall now repeat that beautiful Namavali of Shri Krishna. हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्णा राधे श्याम. 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 केशव माधव यादव नंदन 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 राधे कृष्णा राधे नंद नंदन राधे श्याम. नवनीत चोरा राधे श्याम. नंद नंदन राधे श्याम. नवनीत चोरा राधे श्याम. केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्णा राधे श्याम. केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्णा. हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्णा राधे श्याम. हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्णा राधे श्याम. भक्तवत्सल राधे श्याम. भागवत प्रिय 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 राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्ण राधे केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे नंद नंदन राधे श्याम नवनीत चोरा राधे श्याम नंद नंदन राधे श्याम नवनीत चोरा राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम हे मुरली केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम भक्तवत्सल राधे श्याम भागवत प्रिय राधे श्याम भक्तवत्सल राधे श्याम भागवत प्रिय राधे भक्तवत्सल राधे श्याम भागवत प्रिय राधे श्याम भक्तवत्सल राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम हे मुरली श्रीधरा कृष्ण राधे श्याम हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन 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 राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम नंद नंदन राधे श्याम नवनीत चोरा राधे श्याम नंद नंदन राधे श्याम नवनीत चोरा राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव भक्तवत्सल राधे श्याम भागवत प्रिय राधे श्याम भक्तवत्सल राधे श्याम भागवत प्रिय राधे श्याम भक्तवत्सल राधे श्याम भागवत प्रिय राधे श्याम भक्तवत्सल राधे श्याम भागवत प्रिय केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्ण राधे हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम हे मुरली श्रीधरा राधे केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम केशव माधव यादव नंदन राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम राधे कृष्ण राधे श्याम